a lot of people actually start becoming useless or about to get useless during Yuletide season, or they make the most foolish decisions or exhibit the most foolish and stupid habits during Yuletide seasons. You see, some years ago, I was in church during a crossover service. Well, what we here call crossover service, that is the night that leads into the new year. You understand? I was in church, then one of our member who was also with us, we were in the finance room, Then we were, discussing, and he said something spectacular. He said that the Christmas that passed, so remember that this is crossover, that's New Year Eve service that we usually do in church, and by 12 a.m. everyone sing Happy New Year, and we'll go home. Then he said that on Christmas Day, that before the Christmas, which is the Christmas Eve, that he ate in an abnormal way, to the extent that he couldn't stand, he couldn't sit, he couldn't sleep, he was just restless. According to him, how did it start? According to him, he said that he ate rice, ate beans, ate meat, ate fish, ate chicken, and when he mentioned the collaboration of the things that he ate and drank on that New Year Eve's evening alone, this is at home, not that he went to a happening spot or a relaxation bar to do it. No, this was at home. At home, he was doing all kind of dissatisfaction. Let me use that word to himself. According to him, so after he has ate all of that, then I think he drank a particular, fruit juice or so. According to him, he said that he pulled his shirt. It was now remaining his singlet alone. He removed his trousers. Then even the second shorts that he also wore before the trouser, he pulled it. Then it was now remaining just his boxers or his smaller shorts. And he removed his shoes, removed his slippers, and he was just parading within the vicinity of the compound he lives. And according to him, that it would be one of the most terrible decision or the most terrible action he ever did or acted against himself. According to him, he said it took over 30 minutes before he could find some level of comfort. And, he was not able to sit, he was not able to, do other things comfortably. Then after about 1 to 2 hours, then he was able to go to sleep. Why am I giving this story? You see, it is during the Yuletide like this that, a lot of people, they eat all kind of things, drink all kind of things that ordinarily that they were never supposed to drink, or they might never drink, or they might never eat in their lifetime. This is the period that they eat it and they drink it. And, it's for the following reasons. One, they think that maybe it's a period of enjoyment. That's one reason. Then two, maybe they believe maybe those things were given to them free. Maybe somebody paid for it, and or they were invited and say, eat as much as you can, drink as much as you can. In as much as whoever invited you is a kind person, you also have to give yourself some level of restraint to put it that it is not everything that is on this table that you need to eat. That's why there's variety. Look at what you actually need. Take from that. Leave the rest for people who have other choice of meal, and let them eat a few, so that a lot of people can actually have access to this particular free food. Then three rather, is greed. You see, it is greed that will make you to want to eat both the foods that you've ate before, the foods you've never consumed or eaten in your life. You want to eat all of them in one sitting. It is greed. And what greed actually does, it makes you make all kind of foolish and stupid decisions that you might have live to regret in the future. So people drink all kind of substance, and the rest of them drink all kind of drink, all kind of alcohol, all kind of wine. And with reports that we now have now is that on the space, on the liquor and wine space, or the beverage, let me use the word beverages, and the beverage space will have a lot of adulterated drinks in the market at the moment. So when you are taking all of those adulterated drinks, you are taking them in excess quantities, you go to clubs, nightclubs, and the rest of them, you're already harming your liver. You're already putting your health on the line. You understand? You're putting your health on the spotlight, and you know what that means. You understand? You know what that means. So here is something I want to say to you. Do not use the Yuletide should not be the reason why you should make your life, the remaining of your life, to be useless and miserable. I said in one of, it was not on this channel, it was on my other channel I talk specifically about fitness and health, that there is a serious proliferation of young people with kidney issues. Mostly kidney issues. Why? Because people are drinking all kind of substance. And anything you drink or consume as a liquid, even anything you eat, it is your kidney that ends up suffering it. Your kidney and your liver, but it is more on the kidney. You understand? And why is it that they're suffering it? Remember, your kidney, it filters blood. So you have more chances of those things that, whether you consume it as solid or as liquid, they will have to end up in your bloodstream. The ones that are not passed out as waste product, even before majority of them will be passed out as waste product if they escape from the digestive system and, they go into your bloodstream. There's every tendency that they must find their way in your kidney for filtration. And it is from filtration, continuous filtration, you're overworking yourself, the kidney becomes confused. It starts filtering things that it's not supposed to filter in the first place. And, it continues to work and work and work, so that as it's working seriously, you are feeding it with more harmful or with more poisonous substance. So you discover that on the long run, it has overworked itself. So within a very short period of time, it fails anyhow, or it's not facing serious failure. You understand? So it is because of all these things that, numerous adulterated drinks, all kind of food, and in the food industries, and even the pharmaceuticals, we have all kind of drugs in the market. A lot of them are not regulated. A lot of them are not approved. And even a lot of them also, apart from the fact that they are not regulated or not approved, based on that, people are doing heavy self-medication on themselves. So people are taking all kind of things that are, that are poisoning their health. And, in the Yuletide season, it even gets high, because we also have people who wants to take some kind of medication so that their system will be free, so that they can eat as heavy portion of meal as possible, because those meals, they will get it free, or it will be offered to them free. All of these are ways that, people actually get too excited during the Yuletide season, and it's not a very good thing. So if you're an individual who actually wants to get the best of himself, you must ensure that during this Yuletide season, you're not carried away, you are not overexcited with food, drinks, celebration. Even the places you go, it's not every place you should go. And even if some place becomes very important, or it becomes a necessity, you must be very watchful of the hours or the duration that you spend in those particular place. If you discover that it's going to late night and you are not willing to sleep in that particular place, it is of importance to ensure that you don't spend time into the late night in such particular places. And if it's possible, pass the night in those particular places. Do not risk yourself to actually come out during while it's late. You understand? So this deficit podcast, my wish is for you is that you become fit, become healthy. Our goal is functional health, functional relationship, personal development, become the better version of yourself. Become the better version of yourself in relationship, personal development, health, fitness, and finance. You understand? So do what to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And as usual, I'll talk to you in the next one. And peace.